Welcome back to Free Media. I'm Robby Soave.
And I'm the Andrew Heaton.
Dasha is canceled. Dasha Nekrasova is the co-host of the popular Red Scare podcast, and she was recently dropped by the agency that represents her after courting controversy by hosting a number of controversial podcast guests, including, of course, Nick Fuentes.
But here's where it gets weird. Her agency, Gersh, only dropped her after a random guy named Jonathan Daniel Brown sent them emails over and over again for years demanding they do so. The Hollywood Reporter described it as the long, thorny path to Hollywood shunning Dasha in a not exactly sympathetic profile of Brown.
So this story is crazy to me. I've written about so many cancel culture things over the years, and I miss them. I miss the height of cancel culture. I don't miss it. It was horrible. But it was fun to write about. Like, oh my God, people who tweeted something stupid when they were 12 are now, like, being expelled.
They must have the scarlet letter around their neck, and they must be brought to task for their blasphemy.
This is a case where, and you might know this woman. She did Red Scare podcast is pretty popular.
We dated briefly in the 90s.
She's cute. She is cute.
Was she, okay, she was on Succession.
She was on Succession.
Was she the assistant?
She was, I think, the PR team for Kendall in the third season. Blonde. She very briefly dates. What's the cousin Greg?
No. Cousin Greg.
Cousin
yes.
Greg.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's cool. She's cute. She first came to public attention because she was interviewed by your favorite people, a source of where you get most of your news and views from, InfoWars.
Oh, yeah.
They did a man on the street interview, stick a microphone in your face and start screaming at you about everything you believe. They did that to her at an event in like 2018, and she acquitted herself fairly well of describing what were then pro-Bernie Sanders, very socialist views. Just, well, I'm not a crazy person, I just want health care for people. And she was wearing a Sailor Moon costume outfit at the time. So that went very viral, and after that she started the podcast. That podcast, which was like dirtbag, left, pro-Bernie, etc., is now moderate to right, at least. Actually flirting with some of the ideas we were just discussing in terms of Catholic theocracy type ideas.
So did they keep the economic socialism and add theocracy and or racism?
Probably. I don't listen to it, but and they have they're ironic and funny, and it's not clear what their views are necessarily. It's not like a Reason podcast where it's people telling you what they think about things. It's more bizarre than that. But they had on Fuentes, and they've had on your favorite person, Curtis Yarvin, and others, which is fine. Again, they can have on whoever they want as their podcast. And also, this agency can drop Dasha for whatever reason. You're not obliged to have it. But this random guy who's like obsessed with her in like a obsessed fan sense, has been not stalking her, but has been sending just emails to the agency week after week, month after month, year after year, saying, did you know Dasha has done this? Why is she still a client of yours?
She accepted money from Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, and to call back to a prior segment.
Yeah, the Dr. Jeff.
The doctor.
Not Jeffrey Epstein. So finally they said,
How do we know this dude even did this?
So the Hollywood Reporter has a profile of the dude.
Okay.
That, I don't know if the reporter, I read this and my first idea was, why would it occur to you to celebrate this man who has a creepy obsession with an attractive star, Hollywood star? But I actually think the guy who wrote it maybe realized how weird this was that this guy did it and wanted to call attention to the guy, because he actually tweeted Dasha complaining about it, or he retweeted it. But it's a profile of the man. He's like valiant citizen, whatever his name is, did this for the good of humanity. And it's so absurd. And so I can't imagine being obsessed with this woman and trying to destroy her life so continuously for 3 or 4 straight years and then succeeding.
Is it clear that he is the reason that this happened? Because,
yes.
I would think that
he shared with the reporter all of the emails he sent. And then the agency started following him on social media finally after he'd sent, again, so many of these emails.
If somebody emailed Reason every week and was Heaton is the death of humanity, I'm Heaton.
Yes.
Eventually Reason would just mute the person, right? I'm assuming at some point you'd get bored with them, but he actually did instigate all of this. Okay.
But it'd be after 3 years of him being ignored, Catherine Mangue-Ward wrote back, thanks, looking into this,
Yeah.
or followed him
Although,
on social
okay,
media, and then fired you.
So based on how this typically goes, though, her podcast has not been canceled.
No.
It would be very difficult
is a light
to cancel it.
Yeah.
So no, but what I mean is like,
It's going to make it harder for her to get film roles, probably.
right? And it's probably going to piss her off really bad. My guess is if it was going to push her a particular direction,
Yes.
I would think it would push her more towards the anti-woke Nick Fuentes side of things.
That's why cancel culture is bad. That's why I was preaching against it all the while. I said, you people, like on the left, or progressive people who are trying to cancel everyone, you don't know what you're doing. You are going to inspire a backlash, the likes of which we have never seen. And guess what, my friend? We are living through that backlash right now. This is exactly as the prophet Robby predicted back in 2016.
The Book of Soave. Yeah.
The Book of Soave.
Do you know Noam Dworman, the owner of the Comedy Cellar in New York?
I know him, yeah.
Yeah, I've had him on the Political Orphanage, my show, and we talked about cancel culture a couple years ago. And what he brought up that I thought was relevant was there's a difference between I don't want to listen to your podcast
Right.
versus no one gets to listen to your podcast. Or in comedy terms, like he was the first guy to bring Louis C.K. back after Louis C.K.'s exile. And he was like, I get it. If you don't want to watch Louis C.K., you don't have to come to the club.
But I want to watch him because he's one of the only people, billed comedian, present company, very much included, that I find funny.
Thank you.
I laugh at the things he said. They are very funny. His comedy is good.
We have so much in common. Thank you. But there's a difference though between I don't want to watch something, I don't want to participate in something versus I'm going to get you in trouble if you watch him.
Yeah.
That's I think where the cancel culture comes in. It's a kind of social boycott and tends to be blunt and not have any kind of appellate process and inspire the backlashes that you know in the Book of Soave.
Yeah. And I would encourage agencies, platforms, publishers, whatever, to, got to be a little sensitive to feedback, but weird, obsessed creeps, like constantly pestering you about one specific person, can probably be safely ignored in the future.
And I just like to say, Gersh, it sounds like you've got a spot open. So if you want to reach out to me, I've never had this Nick Fuentes character on my show. He strikes me as kind of a Twinkie Goebbels. I'm not going to bring him on. So put me on the billings.
Put me in coach.
Put me in
ready.
coach.
All right. We will leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Give us your thoughts, your feedback in the comment section. And also, very important, you should check out a live event that we're doing, Reason Versus. It's going to be a debate on big tech, whether that's good or bad. Me and Elizabeth Nolan Brown versus Emily Jashinsky and Ryan Grimm. You can get tickets, more information about that event, live event in DC next month. That's linked somewhere on this page, somewhere. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a green screen right now, but it exists. Find it. Get more information, and hope to see you there.
I actually am doing warm-up for that, so I will be there as well.
Oh, Andrew Heaton will be there.
I will be telling jokes there.
It'll be a laugh every couple.
One every 3 minutes is my rate. About one joke per 3 minutes. I'm rusty. I'm really sorry. I plan to do 3 jokes.
Sounds good. See you then.